Welcome back. Second Generation Theater is putting on a production of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I'm joined now by two of the cast members, Steve and Darian. Thank you so much for coming in, you two.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Let's talk about this play first and what the plot is.
Great. So yeah, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee is a very long title, but it's aptly named because it simply is a musical comedy about 6 spellers who go through a spelling bee, but they each, in their own way, have very kooky, unique personalities and things that make them interesting to watch on the stage, to say the least. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your characters.
I play Barfay, who is a host of every illness and idiosyncrasy that you can think of.
Okay, a hypochondriac maybe?
Not even a hypochondriac, because he lives in all of them.
Oh, he is in it.
Your mucus, he's the kid at the playground that you choose to not be anywhere near. And so...
You're like, just looking at him, I feel sick.
Yes, correct, 100%. And so he is very abrasive, doesn't like any of the other kids, very mean, very gross.
Oh.
And yeah, but simultaneously a great speller, a great genius, and you watch him unfold during the spelling bee.
Okay, period, let's go.
And I play Vice Principal Douglas Panch, and he is the substitute host of our co-host of the spelling bee. He is filling in for someone else, and he is just called upon to do his best and to give the spellers their words and kind of just experience everything. I almost feel like he's a vehicle for the audience in some ways. Where he kind of is experiencing these folks for potentially the first time too, because he has been at the bee before, but they tell you in the story that it had been 5 years since he was last attending the bee.
I see, so he's like the choir.
Kind of.
Yeah, okay, he's like, what is going on?
Yes.
Now, you guys mentioned it, but this is a musical comedy, so what sort of music can we expect to hear?
Honestly, there's such a wide range. I think the music in this show, because the songs represent us, the spellers, in our own way. A lot of them are in our own heads, in a fantasy world or a flashback to a previous moment in our lives. And so the music reflects that. A lot of very upbeat music, very upbeat songs. Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of evoke different styles, and, to some, you get some, there's one speller whose mother happens to be in India during the bees, so you have some instruments like the tabla on percussion, and then there's a synthesizer that plays sort of like almost a sitar riff as well. So it's just, like Darian said, evocative of the moment and evocative of the characters, and it kind of speaks to the variety of them through the music.
How is this show different from a standard musical?
Well, I think the one difference that stands out to me, aside from it being, a spelling bee setup, that it is one of, there are other shows out there I can't say, but many are not this way. It's in completely real time. It's not even, there's no scene breaks. I mean, it is literally just, you start the bee, the audience is in the room with the spellers, and then we go until the bee is done.
Oh, okay.
We do have a break for intermission, but it's just a kind of like a slice of life right in front of your eyes.
It's basically one whole scene continuously.
Correct.
Okay, alrighty. So how long is this show running for?
We run from November 1st, today we open, and then we'll close on November 17th, generally Thursday through Sunday.
Okay, and how can people get tickets?
Well, you can get tickets a variety of ways. You can go to secondgenerationtheater.com, or you can go to shays.org/tickets and find the show. Second Generation Theater Company is in residence at Shays Smith Theater, and so there are 2 different ways to do that. There's also a phone number, I believe it's 716. You're putting me on the spot.
That's okay. It's on the full screen. We'll talk about it after. Now, I have a question. Have either of you ever been in a spelling bee before, growing up?
When I was a child, like elementary school, we did a real quick little, everyone stand in the line, you spell something, spell something, spell something. And that's the closest thing to a spelling bee.
Yeah, I was in a school spelling bee, a couple of them in middle school. And I think I placed maybe 2nd or 3rd in one of them, so it did decently.
Okay, alrighty, okay. That's how you became the principal, there you go.
That's right, vice principal.
Vice principal. Working your way up if you didn't miss that one word.
Correct.
Thank you guys so much for coming in and sharing more about this production. Viewers, this show is running November 1st tonight as opening night through the 17th. For tickets and more information, just visit secondgenerationtheater.com/tickets or call the box office at the number right there on your screen. Thanks again for coming in. in and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for showing the number.